Flosstube. I'm Terri.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're Cornhusker Steak Stitchers.
Today is Saturday, June 21st, 2025. And we are here for Flosstube number 106.
Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Yay.
It's been 2 weeks. We're getting back on schedule. Yay.
Has it only been, is it our normal time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Nice.
June 7th was the last one.
Okay.
3 weeks. Time flies. What can I say?
Yeah. No, that's right. We're good.
Okay. Whatever.
Math's not happening today.
We're
Brain's not happening today. Words not happening today.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's been a day.
We did have some stitchy time today with a friend of ours, so we got to stitch with Sarah today, so that was really nice.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've been spending quality time at the lake.
Yes.
So that's been nice. We can't go now because it's 100 and some degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds, so that's kind of nasty.
It's beastly windy out there.
Yeah. I had a birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a birthday.
Yeah, we had a birthday.
Yeah.
So we spent that on the lake also. And then we went out to dinner.
I think that was a perfect way to spend your birthday.
Oh, but that's what I wanted. I'm going to show my cards, or show the cards first, because since I just mentioned my birthday, we did get some happy mail, so I'm just going to go into that real quick. So I got a birthday card from our friend Marilyn. That was a little jerky. And she sent both Jamie and I little flag stickers, because she knows us. Got a birthday card from our friend Pam. Cute.
Mm-hmm.
We also did get a thank you card, handmade thank you card from Cindy, who is a customer of Heartland's, and she was very impressed at the way we packaged her item, and she wanted to send us a thank you and tell us it made her day. So your card made our day. Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely.
We're glad you like it. We take a lot of care in packaging our stuff through Heartland.
Yep. I don't know if we've mentioned it recently, but the girl that we had hired, she graduated high school and she's going off to college, but a friend of hers was interested, so we have hired a second girl. Well, there's only one working for us right now, so we even showed it to her and she was really happy to see that too.
Yeah. Okay. Questions?
Yeah, we had a question. At this point, I'm sorry, I don't know who it was from because I didn't write that part down. But she had asked, we were talking about your American farmhouse last video.
Okay.
And she had asked if there is a decent substitute for tea-dyed Monaco, because Mom did hers on tea-dyed Monaco. But also, we had said that Mom had done the DMC conversion. We did not check the chart. Apparently, there's no DMC chart conversion on the chart, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably just made mine up.
Yeah. So
as far as fabric, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look at that, but vintage country mocha is always a good color.
It's a very, very good substitute. That's what I would say.
Yeah, raw also would be another good color.
It's not going to be quite as brown.
Dark.
It's a lot more gray, but really any of your tan. There's so many wonderful tan colors from hand-dyed companies. All of those would be great.
The one she's talking about is American Farmhouse by the Scarlet House. Mm-hmm. And I finished that the last video, so you can look back at the last video. But I will read you the DMC colors real quick. Mm-hmm. So just grab a pen and write them down if you're interested. So we have 355, 413, 452, 520, 869, 3051, 3363, 3371, and Ecru. Mm-hmm. And if I went too fast, you can also go into your settings and slow me down.
Perfect.
Not usually a problem I have being slowed down, having to be slowed down.
One last little bit of housekeeping. We had a couple giveaways that have not been claimed yet. This first one is Little Bit of Spring from the Colorado Cross Stitcher. And we just need Cindy Richards to reach out to us. And then Haunted. This was from a couple videos ago. Haunted by Cottage Garden Samplings. Stitching to Heal Mary. If you could reach out and get this, then we can get those sent off to you.
Yep. And if we don't hear from you by the next video, we'll just go ahead and give them away again.
Yep.
Alrighty. Should we do show and tell, or do you have anything else to go over?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's going to be a pretty quick front end floss too, but
Let's talk about the quilt real quick.
That's a part of show and tell, so yeah.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah. I was going to say something else, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, since it's a short Flosstube, we thought it'd be a great time to bring the guys in. So we're going to throw the guys in at the end of this video so you can check that out too.
Yep, we gave you guys a teaser about a month ago, and you guys have sent in some questions that we're going to be asking them. They're a hoot. I mean, they just usually start off slow, but then they just play off each other. So please stick around for that because it should be fun.
Yes, absolutely. And especially it's Saturday night, grab some wine, beer, whatever you want, and just laugh your butts off.
Yep, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully they don't embarrass us too much.
No, it'd be great. Okay.
This quilt behind us, I was working on it last video. And this is called Star Spangled?
It's called
Sparklers. Okay. And we actually sell this. There's a plug for Heartland.
Comes in a box.
And the fabric line is?
Fabric is Lori Whitlock. It doesn't say what her fabric...
It was on that cover. Do you have to... Oh, that is the cover.
That is the cover.
That is the cover. Oh, it was on the chart.
You put it all away. Here you go.
Okay.
There we go.
It is Stars Forever by Lori Whitlock. And this is a Riley Blake kit. And if you recognize the fabric, this is also the same fabric line used in Fat Quarter Shop's new Liberty box. So if you didn't get that, because I know they sold out quick, you can pick this up, have the same fabric, and... You know, it's kind of similar. It's all stars. Yeah. Stars are stars. So.
And it was very quick to put together.
Yeah, I put it together in just a couple of weeks, really. I mean.
A couple of quilting sessions.
And it's just a nice 60 by 60. And it's got a little piano board. You can border. Kind of see it.
Right there.
I don't quite have the binding on it yet, but that's coming. We got it just on the long arm and off in just a day, which go us. Right. We're so proud of us.
Well, we got it finished this morning.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're pretty excited, and it turned out great. I love it.
So we've got flying geese, 2 flying geese units, solid square, and then what we call a flippy corner. So it's a square with another square, draw the line, fold it over, cut off the excess.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy. All the same block otherwise.
I'll get that binding on it, and I'll get it up on my couch for the 4th of July.
Yay.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Good timing.
So that's what has been consuming a lot of my time, so I don't have a lot of stitching.
And I just didn't stitch. Other than this morning, today, I didn't stitch. The last time I stitched was the 9th of June.
You know, and we all go through that where you just need a break.
Yeah.
Give yourself a break. It's okay.
There we go. We've been outside, we've been doing lake stuff, we've been doing puppy stuff, we've been doing lawn stuff.
Jamie may be fostering another dog.
Jamie's trying to get Mom to take said dog. We cannot foster long term. This is an 8-week-old puppy.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's freaking adorable.
And her name is the same as the name of my dog that I lost, my German Shepherd that I lost. So it's pulling at my heartstrings. But anyway.
Now, she is only 8 weeks old, so you can change her name.
I know. It's such a good name.
It is a great name.
I worked on Sweet Land of Liberty by Cherry Hill Stitcher. I'm still in the mode of, and we do have sun coming in the window again. I am trying to get some of my whips finished so that I can feel not so guilty about moving on. So Jamie will pop in a picture where I was at.
Are you breaking up with them then? Because you said you're moving on.
I'm moving on. This is where I am. It's a finish. Yay. I am not breaking up with them. I just want to start more charts. I need to allow myself to do that. But it turned out really cute. And I started this like a long, long time ago. And I'm going to tell you what fabric it's on as soon as I can figure it out. Here it is. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is Color and Cotton, September 2020 Fabric Club, 32 count linen prairie dust. And that's how I wrote it down. Hey, we have to do what we have to do to remember stuff,
It's just a scrap that you were going to throw away anyway.
Right.
So
as long as it stays with my project, it's done its job.
Is that called for floss? It looks like DMC. Is it DMC?
I do
Nope,
believe...
that's variegated.
it is called for, except I changed grasshopper to olive, and I changed collards to juniper.
Oh, okay. So the 2 greens she changed.
I'm very picky about my greens.
Yes. That's okay.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
I always change my greens. Mm-hmm. And I think I probably knew that.
I'm very much not an olive base green, like a yellow base green.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just not me. You can go ahead.
I worked on this a little bit today. I didn't get a whole lot done, but it is a little bit of work. Little House Needleworks, Brave Hearts. Again, it's one of my older whips. This is on 28 count even weave. It's a Fortnite fabric. I didn't write down the color, but I did change all of my flosses.
Mm-hmm. Just did a stash dive.
That's where I'm at. So this week I filled in the white on the house in the windows and the top half of the white of the flag. And then I started working on the blue in the flag, and everything else was done prior.
It's going to go quick now.
Yeah, because it's all words. I mean, look at those words up until I get to the bottom. It should go pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. The one thing I worked on, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this. This is Justice for All by Wildflower Stitching. I was reading that. It's Justice for All. I am doing mine on 32 count color and cotton pampas grass. And I'm actually doing the Heartland conversion for the floss. So 3 Gentle Arts and 2 Weeks Dye Works. And I just need to finish the Liberty and the Liberty Bell. And there's one firework right here to finish too.
And another plug for Heartland, if we dare jump in on that. We have the kit, we have the floss pack, our conversions, and those are in the shop now.
Hold on. You can't see anything. I didn't want to take it out, but the floss is in there, I promise.
It's not hard to take out.
That's okay.
Okay, so that's in the shop also.
Yes. But that's what I worked on. And it's tiny. It's way tinier than I expected, but I love it. So, tiny hands. This is maybe 4 1/4 inches.
What
pretty sweet.
fabric are you doing it on, did you say?
32 count color and cotton.
You
Cotton.
did pampas grass.
Pampas grass.
Okay.
Yep.
That's all the quilting, or stitching I have.
Yeah, same. And then this, I mean, we did the quilting on it. Well, you did it all, basically. And then you did the putting together of it.
You helped me finish the borders.
Yeah. I had Thursday off, so I conned Mom into doing a quilting day. So that was fun.
Not hard to do.
No.
Sorry, Greg, I'm taking the day off.
Yep.
The joys of working
Jamie.
for yourself.
Uh-huh.
Okay, haul.
Mom has a little bit of haul. She bought a pattern today.
I did buy a pattern today, and it is...
I'm going to put a picture up here because we didn't print it off yet.
Okay. Our friend Sarah talked to this lady, Vivsters?
Vivsters.
Who lives somewhere overseas?
Yeah, she's in the UK.
Okay. So she has charted a bunch of states' flags. So Sarah asked her if she would do a Nebraska flag. So listen up, all you Nebraska people.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a Nebraska flag. You're putting a picture in.
Yep.
So Jamie will link the Etsy page for this lady down below. Vidsta? I can't.
Vivster.
Okay, Vivster. So anybody in Nebraska that wants one,
And too,
check her out.
If you want to ask if she can do a flag for your state, I mean...
And she may already have one because she does have a few of them done.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're Quakers. What is it, Nebraska Quaker? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So last year there was a SAL that a lot of people were doing for your home country's flag to do just last year. We didn't get on board with it, but it's the same company is what I'm trying to say.
I guess I didn't realize that, but now that you say that, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that, I guess. I heard that before.
Yeah. So I think
I'm having a day and I can't remember anything.
I think she did a really, really good job. I can tell you that it calls for DMC 930 for the color of the flag. And we were talking about it this morning, and Sarah mentioned, she's like, I'm not sure that's quite blue enough. So she changed hers to 820. So it's a lot more vibrant, more of a royal blue.
Yeah. That's probably what I'll do too if I can remember by that time. You'll have to write it down for me. 820. That will mean nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we have for that.
It is. But we do want to talk about plans real quick. Because we have an idea, and I'm super excited about this.
That sun is really blowing you out.
Yeah.
So
but imagine if I were sitting over there like we were.
I know. We haven't done a stitch along in a long time. Or
No.
a start along.
Start along. There's start alongs.
We're going to do a start along. And this is thanks to Lisa, our friend, who made this suggestion. We've always wanted to do these patterns, so we got the pattern in the kits, and they are...
It's just pattern and floss.
Right, thank you. They are patriotic kits from Little House Needleworks. I'll show them to you in just a minute. I just wanted to say something about them first. So we have chosen 3 patriotic holidays to start them on. And... is that all I wanted to say about it?
I would also say, you'll see it here, Lim. You'll see it here in a second. I know we're teasing you, but the words on these charts fit very well with the 3 holidays.
Yeah.
So we'll go through those.
You can pick them up in Heartland.
Yep.
They're not online yet, but they probably will be by the time you see this.
Yes.
So for July 4th, I know it's short notice. We are going to start Land of the Free. And these are by Little House Needleworks. It's got the floss in them. I can't show you the floss because I'll be showing you the pattern.
But I would say that's very fitting for what Independence Day means.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can see where we're going with this. We have the next one, which is Long May She Wave. And Mom and I will both be starting this on Patriots Day, which is September 11th. And that was a very, very big theme for September 11th, is we will continue to stand strong. Which I just realized I'm wearing a 912 United shirt. So, a little plug for that. Not plug, but...
And then the last one we're doing is going to be on Veterans Day, September 11th. And it is called Home of the Brave.
This is a little impromptu thing that Mama and I just decided about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys will join us. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If we sell out of the kits, the pattern, and the floss, we will get more. Just get a hold of us if we do sell out, and we will get some more ordered.
So those are
I'm
our
excited.
plans.
I've wanted to do these for a long time. I mean, they've been out for a long time.
2015 is copyright 2015. But this will be the first one that we do. This was actually the one that Lisa was working on, but she mentioned it. I'm like, we really need these patterns because it's time. I need to do
She got hers done in like a day, didn't she?
darn near.
Yeah.
Yeah. Land of the Free.
So yeah, please join us.
Yes. Along with that, some more plans. The boys are coming.
Boys are coming.
We're going to be doing a Flosstube here with them this evening, I should say. Of course, it's this evening already.
Yep, we're just waiting for them to show up, feed us some dinner, and then we can get on with it.
Yep, exactly.
And then stick around for a shop update. We've got a few new items in the store. Is that it?
I think so. Just our closeout.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. I know it was short, but
We're
hopefully
here.
you found some inspiration. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. You can follow Jamie, but she doesn't do anything on it.
That's very true.
Heartland also is on Facebook and Instagram if you'd like to follow Heartland. We try to keep this separate, but it's getting very hard to do, so we're just going to kind of plug it here and there.
Today was one of those that we have a lot of Heartland in our life right now.
Heartland is our life, so it's bound to work its way in
Yeah.
to Flosstube a little bit. So,
And we're very much stitching for the season right now. I cannot tell you what I'm even thinking of stitching right now. I know I'm going to finish the Justice for All, but I can't even tell you what's pulling at my heartstrings right now.
I worked a little bit on United We Stand.
Together We Stand.
Together We Stand.
Which is a Heaven and Earth design chart.
Yeah, it's full coverage. Yay. I got like 90 stitches in it. But
That's
I didn't
okay.
show it because you can't tell.
You made progress.
I made progress. Okay. Stick around for shop update. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Terry.
And I'm Jamie, and
we're
we're Heartland Quilting and Stitching. This is Saturday, June 21st, 2025, and we are here for a quick shop update. Give you some new products, some things that we've got in the shop, some things that we've done.
If you're coming here from our Flosstube, thanks for sticking with us. If you're just coming here randomly, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
We apologize for the sun coming in the window. There's nothing we can do except enjoy the sunshine.
Exactly. There's sunshine out there, period.
So
that has notes on it.
That has notes on it. I probably should keep it over here. I can't reach it now.
It's okay.
I've thrown it out of my way.
So some of this, if you did come from our Flosstube, is going to be a repeat. So sorry about that, but we're going to go for it.
Last week we told you about the kit for
Founding Promises from Silver Creek Samplers.
And then we're doing the custom-made frames for this. We sold out of what we originally had, but Wolfpack Enterprises has agreed to make a few extras. We don't know how many we have right now, but we will put those back online once we know how many we've sold and how many are left over.
Yep.
It could be 2, it could be 5, I don't know.
Yeah. At this point, we don't know, but we're thankful for what we do get.
But if the demand is high, we could probably convince him to make more.
I can tell you, though, that we do have, he has worked on the frames. He was doing final coats today. So given time for the finishing to air out, he calls it gas out. I've never heard of that, but gas out and get rid of any smells that may be there. We should be able to start shipping on Wednesday.
We should insert some pictures of us working on frames. We're trying to help him out.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. So.
Sure.
Okay. So that's that.
I need my notes so I can write notes on them.
What else? Do we have the quilt? This is a quilt that I've been working on. Jamie helped me with the borders. This is called Sparklers, which happens to be on her side of the table. This is a pattern by...
The pattern itself is by Wendy Shepherd, but the fabric line is from Lori Whitlock.
Do you remember what the fabric line was called? Or does it matter? It's a Riley Blake kit.
Stars Forever. Stars and Stripes Forever.
Stars and Stripes Forever. Okay. This quilt went together very quickly. I got this quilt done in just a couple of weeks. Now, I say a couple of weeks because I work full-time. So I was doing it when I could. And I managed to spend a lot of time at the lake. So if I had been able to just buckle down and work on the quilt, I could have probably gotten it done in a weekend.
Yes.
It's a 60 by 60 quilt. Goes together very quickly. Got it on the long arm last night. Worked on it a little bit. Finished it up this morning. Still have to do the binding, but it's very cute. You want to pop over that border a little bit? It's kind of a piano border.
Yep.
I just need to get the binding on it. So, yeah, you can find those in the shop. We have quite a few quilt kits, and Jamie and I are working on ordering more quilt kits. So things are changing quickly in the shop. Keep an eye on it if you're a quilter. We're getting a lot more stuff in.
Yes. And a lot of the stuff that we will be ordering is going to be more of the fall, late fall, so just keep that in mind.
Yep.
So let's do these before we do overhead.
Okay. So we are also getting ready to do we're going to call it a start along because, we start things but don't finish them. That's live. Again, I'm trying to remember what I said in the Flosstube because most people stick around for it. I don't want to sound redundant. But we are going to start some patriotic stitches by Little House Needleworks, and we're going to do them on the next 3 patriotic holidays. So the first one that we're going to do is Land of the Free. We're starting that on July 4th. We do have these kits in stock. It is the pattern and the floss, and we will be glad to help you with some fabric if you would like some fabric. I don't have these online yet, but I probably will in the next couple of days. So if she gets this video up before I get them on there, then just keep checking back. They'll be on there shortly.
Imminent. And then for September 11th, Patriots Day, we'll be starting Long May She Wave. Again, all of these are by Little House Needleworks.
And for Veterans Day, September 11th, November 11th, I even have it written down. I still said September. We are doing Home of the Brave. And these charts get stitched up very quickly. So I wanted to do them for a long time.
Yes. Shout out to Lisa for giving us the idea of doing those as start-alongs.
Yeah. What else do we have? Anything?
I think we're ready to go overhead and shoot some of our product from overhead.
Okay, the first thing we have, of course, is another Mill Hill kit. We have Outdoor Adventure. And don't forget that we do still have some frames in stock for these kits, so check those out.
Yes. If you've watched us long enough, then you'll know that I love my Mill Hill kits, and there's new ones in the shop all the time.
And that comes with the floss, the beads, the buttons, needles, and perforated paper.
Yep. And the pattern, for that matter.
And the pattern, of course.
Yes. We have the Hydrangea Hill. This is the Blooming Root series, so we have the pattern here from Stitching with the Housewives. But we also have a floss pack here that includes all of the floss required for that pattern. So we have that in the shop.
And then also from Stitching with the Housewives, we have their word swap, tomatoes.
We talked about this one, but we finally have the floss pack for the Joy pattern from Shakespeare's Peddler. This is a floss pack that Mom and I have curated.
This is not the original floss pack that was sold aftermarket. This is one that Jamie and I put together because the original one was sold out.
Yes.
And no longer is available.
Exactly.
So I think we did a pretty good job. I think the colors look really great with it.
We had the help of a friend of ours. She had it stitched already, so we were using hers with the floss pack that came with it as a way to get as close as we possibly could. Ho ho ho! We have the first in the series of the Year in the Woods #2 series from Cottage Garden Samplings. She did release a teaser just a couple of days ago, and the next one in line is going to be a sugar glider. So it's a cute little thing. But the wolf I absolutely love because it reminds me of my puppers.
And the new releases from Hands On Design, we have Thread White and Blue. Let's slide this over here so I can add more. We have Toes in the Sand. I feel like that one's going to be very popular. I Was Stitching when stitching wasn't cool. And That's a Wrap. I really like these. I want to do these. They're so cute.
So she's got, in the pattern, she has it so they have, you can make pillows, and then the wrap portion is what is cross-stitched, and she shows you how to can make all of it, combine it all together.
We had a lady request this pattern, so we got extras. This is Little House Needleworks Traveling Stitcher. And that includes both of these patterns, but not the bag, obviously, that they've made it that way.
Oh yeah,
the book sold separately.
It does says the Project Keeper and Needle Book are sold separately. Then we have Bits and Pieces of Summer. She's come out with one for autumn, winter, and spring. So here is the summer one.
If you guys are in the Belswa Club, her floss packs, she designed this to use the floss packs, some of the floss packs. This is Little House Needleworks, Sweet Was the Walk.
And looking at the list here, not all those come in 1 month, so it is multiple months worth of floss.
And I'm sure that can always be changed to DMC if you would rather do DMC. Oh yeah, the DMC conversions are in there.
Exactly. So a couple new ones from Annie B's. We have Friendship Never Melts Away. And Dark Nights and Twinkling Lights. These snowmen are adorable.
Now, these came out at market, correct?
Not these, but the ones prior to in the series.
So these are brand new.
Yes.
Then we have some re-released, reprinted ones from Blackbird. We have All in a Row, Garden Club Series number 12. The Gardener, Garden Club Series number 9, because I can't do these in order. And Garden Club Series number 7, Climbing the Trellis. That is really pretty.
Reverse order.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom out real quick. Then we've got Swan Lake. This is the Anniversaries of the Heart series, pattern number 7. And then a book, A Heart Remembers, Blackbird Designs. And as you can see from the front, there's a sampler in here. This is actually stitched in multiple different pieces and sewn together. Then you've got a couple hearts here at the top. Let me see what we have on the back. The beautiful classic Blackbird samplers.
And then we have some new ones from Primrose Cottage. We have American U. Then we have the garden variety. We have cherries, watermelon, lemon, and limes. Those are really cute.
They are, yeah. Nice, fun little things. Oops. Then we have the Fruit Salad Quaker, which is their newest Quaker that came out.
That says summer, doesn't it? Like nothing else.
Absolutely. Then we have, this is an older, not an older, but it's the last release of theirs, American Alphabet. And then American Celebration.
And the newest in their seasonal samplings, we have summer.
Oh,
Might need to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Those are really cute.
Yeah. That's what we have for new product.
Okay, so that's what we've got for you today. We're getting a lot of stuff every week, so keep checking back. If you know of something that you haven't seen that you want, let us know. We'll order it for you.
I'm going to echo what I said last video, but I'm really excited about the stuff that we're doing in the shop right now, and we're doing a little bit more of the chart pack or thread packs and different things, our own conversion things. So that's really exciting for me. I like that.
Yeah. If you guys know of a pattern that you would like to see kitted up, let us know. We'll consider doing that. Mm-hmm. If you want us to do our conversions on it, which we like doing that, let us know and we'll get it put together for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks for sticking around and watching. We appreciate you guys.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Good evening. It's Saturday, June 21st. We're here with Greg and Jim for the Flosstube that everybody's been asking about. So we don't know what we're doing. We're just going to wait for responses, questions, prompts, people talking in our ears, and the producer.
I just figured I'd let him do his own little monologue to start with.
There we go.
So they call me Duck, 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 and this is Goose. Girls asked us to come on to answer some questions, so I think we'll just just jump right into that.
Let's start with who you are to us.
That gets messy and difficult.
I am Terry's husband, Greg, and Jamie's father, Greg.
I am Terry's son-in-law, Jim, and Jamie's daddy, Jim. husband, sorry, husband. Oh, okay. That's why they call you dad at the dinner table, so there's no confusion when she asks for the salt.
So most people understand the duck thing, but can you explain your shirt and hat, please?
Well, it's just a... Oh,
Go ahead. Explain your shirt.
it's just a normal duck twill fabric, but his is literally a duck twill.
I'll tell you what, it was... So, I don't know what you know about the weather in Nebraska right now, but it's 187 degrees, and the wind is blowing at Mach Jesus. It actually blew the ducks off of my shirt. It was everything I could do to get them back in the pond here. So, yeah, it's pretty awful out right now.
I think some ducks flew out that way too. You lost
Yeah, they
there.
flew right off my shirt. We got old Bumblebee here. Old Bumblebee flew right off the shirt. He's now a stuffed toy over here. This guy, he's pretty rude. I wouldn't just ignore him. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of them that were on here. This guy right here has sunglasses that match mine most of the time. We'll just put them on this guy up top.
You will be taking your hat off soon. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
So what's the story of the ducks?
Okay,
Is there a
so
story?
From the horse's mouth.
the story goes back to 10 years ago. We were building cornhole boards. I do woodwork, and I was building cornhole boards. And so the girls decided to make us some bags. And they used feed corn to fill those so that everything hit like it's supposed to. Well, I took a handful of feed corn and hid it around Terry's sewing room.
No.
2 years later, she decided to do a remodel, taking a wall out between two separate rooms to make her sewing room larger, and they were still finding pieces of corn.
In the wall.
Well, they finally
In the closet.
got all the corn
In the
picked
carpet.
up. So I started hiding little ducks, and I'm sure you've seen them around. I don't think I brought any up here, but I mean they're
We have talked about them.
yeah, they're very small, and so I started hiding those. And then the ducks got bigger, and then the ducks got themed, and then the ducks became anything I could find that was a duck. I got for Terry.
But the little ducks ended up in the coffee pot, the garbage disposal, the cereal bowls, the salt shaker,
The coffee mate.
the coffee mate.
Yeah. Cholesterol pills.
Yep. You name it. They were popping up everywhere.
Yep. I mean, Terry couldn't figure out what the duck was going on. So that kind of led into the whole thing. People have sent Terry ducks, having heard the story.
And the ducks got bigger.
The ducks have gotten bigger. They've gotten themed. And finally, I just decided I was going to do the ultimate duck thing. They're talking about my ducks now. I don't know what that's all about. But,
The neat thing is, Jim does have all of his ducks in a row.
well, they're in the same pond at least.
Okay.
So this is normally my lake shirt, but like I said, the winds are mock Jesus, so putting a boat on the lake is not going to happen.
Golf shirt.
That's true. I do take it golfing. That's where my bucket hat comes into. It works real well golfing.
Speaking of bucket hat,
He is a man that is secure in his masculinity.
that is true.
Speaking of bucket hat.
Take it off.
Ah,
It's time.
Stop shaking. the
can I
tip.
get some slow music?
I
Do
think he
just-
looks pretty cool.
You said to take it off. Do
Or
I
just tip it up so we can see
just
your
toss
face.
it at the camera there? Okay.
Okay, we have a couple serious questions.
That's not our forte.
People
Right.
have sent in questions for us to ask to you guys, so we are going to begin the questions.
Yes.
Ask
Okay.
them to the best of your ability.
Did
Answer.
you study for this test?
You are under oath.
I did not. I studied for this about as much as I did in high school, and if it helps, I'm blue collar wood butcher, so I didn't do well.
What's the state capital of Alabama?
No idea. State bird's the mosquito, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're ready.
Dad,
Don't offend anybody.
how is your shoulder doing?
My shoulder's doing really well. I'm 3 months past surgery. Very little pain. The pain is mostly gone. I've been in rehab, physical rehab, for quite a while now. Still have restrictions on what I can do, but everything's getting better day by day.
And when do you go into medicinal rehab?
I've been calling it physical rehab.
Okay.
Just
Right.
because I've been going to rehab for a long time, and now I can actually say that.
You know, they tried to make me go to rehab, and I said no.
I'm just as normal as the people around me.
It's true. And real quick, what did you do to your shoulder?
I had rotator cuff surgery. I had a torn rotator cuff, and it had to be repaired.
Perfect. Jim, talk about your business. What kind of business are you
Actually,
starting?
both your guys' business, not just Jim's.
That's true.
Yes. So Jamie and I are starting a woodworking company specializing in remodels of kitchens and custom woodworking. Specifically cabinets and custom furniture.
And picture frames.
That being said, I have been asked by them to build some picture frames,
There,
which are here. I'm saying a lot today.
Yeah,
I
you
just normally I'm very conscious of that, but
Custom frames,
these are the custom frames.
whichever size.
Right now we're starting out with a project that they have, a kit that they have, these 5x7 frames. But depending on how things go, I may start doing one-off custom frames by order. I have to figure pricing and all that kind of stuff out so that they can put that on their shop. But Jamie and I have been working towards this for the better part of 10 years. I left working for a cabinet shop and went to work for an interior remodeler. I've been doing this type of work for 25 years. And we've been saving up the money to be able to build a shop and get the equipment that we need and get everything going. And
Lots of hard work.
and it's the most exciting, terrifying thing I've ever done in my life, to rely on myself to pay for everything I want to do. But I think it's going to work out well. It seems like there's quite a demand for it, and I'm already busy for the next couple months building things and remodels and everything. So
And Jim's attention to detail is incredible. So the cabinets, the counters, the specialty things, the living room ensembles that have a surrounding of the TV, has shelves and bookcases.
Short answer.
They can design and build anything, and it looks really neat.
he finished answering my question. That was my question.
Cupboards that go all
He's
around
bragging on you.
the refrigerator and freezer to make it look like it's built in. Special drawers that open up that you can't tell is a two-piece drawer, and it's just incredible what they do.
You're gonna have to stop shaking the table.
I'll try and have Jamie take some pictures of some of the stuff that I've built around our place and post that so that you guys can see kind of some of the work that I do and what my business is going to entail.
What happens next Friday?
Next Friday is my last day for my previous employer, who has been a fantastic boss to work for, and is actually incredibly supportive of me going out on my own, start my business. We're going to go from a boss-employee relationship to a trade partner relationship where, I'll be a vendor for some of his jobs, and, where if I can fill a need for what he has and move on from there.
Some of the jobs that they do with remodeling, they're always waiting for another company in another state to finish or produce the cabinets that they install, and they're always waiting for shipping. They're always waiting for something to get completed. Now it's being done in the same town, and Jim can go over there, take measurements, and start building it immediately. And if there's a question, it can be addressed, identified, and corrected right then instead of through emails and phone calls.
If you don't stop, my head's not going to fit in the frame of this camera.
Oh,
You need to stop.
Okay.
It's just it's getting bigger by the minute.
I'm proud of him. He does a good job.
We are too. Moving on.
So that
Moving on.
leads into an interesting question concerning the four of us. Who keeps who out of trouble?
I think we all kind of have to take turns. It's
Yeah.
it's more of a
never in trouble.
cycle. I would say if there's one person that tends to keep themselves out of trouble the most, it would probably be Jamie. And she tends to be the voice of reason with the three of us most of the time. Doesn't mean she can't get worked up and out of control, though.
That's when Greg comes into play. There's no hope for Terry and Jim.
Oh no.
There's not. There's not. Terry and I our relationship is unique in that we are essentially the same person. And we both love and hate that about each other. So
Think back to school, either grade school or high school. Who was the person that was always taken to the front row to sit up by the teacher?
you worked by yourself today, didn't you?
You're just gonna keep pushing us on. What are your guys' favorite color?
This one.
Ducky yellow.
I like ducky yellow. That's my color. I mean, I think I pull it off.
Dad, do you have any special colors?
Blue or green?
Everything you own is red. What are you talking about?
That's not my favorite color.
Okay. It's just the one you buy all the
I
time.
like green beans. I don't red beans.
You do like peas too. I don't know why. But
They're green.
So switching gears to talk about quilts, have we made you guys any special quilts?
Yes.
And what are they?
That special quilt was one for the time I served in the military, and it's very neat, and one for airplanes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure so both of them have made quilts for us specifically, and I'm fairly certain each one of them has been featured actually before. Given that I'm a wood butcher and into construction and custom cabinet stuff, Jamie went through and made me a tool quilt. Has lots of different hand tools and everything in it. And then she actually went through and with their long arm, they found a program which actually stitched wrenches and screwdrivers and everything into the actual quilting. So that turned out really cool. And I actually get pretty upset when she gets it out of the blanket cabinet that I built for her.
Remember, quilting is only one letter away from quitting, so don't be a quilter. Quitter. Don't be a quitter.
Has anybody given you any cross stitch pieces?
No.
I would concur.
No.
Jamie has shown me several to ask if I would like them. Most of them have something to do with gaming or a particular character from a game that I like. But no, hasn't actually stitched any of it.
I get the same male answer. Yeah, it's cool. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to put that kind of effort into it.
I get it. We're simple people. We're back.
We're back.
Sorry about that. We had to feed the ducks.
Right.
Okay, next question.
I'm just going to jump right back into it.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
It is known that you guys are big red football fans. What about basketball or volleyball? Do you care about any of the other ones? Baseball?
We have a basketball team?
You know better than that.
Men's or women's? Both?
Period.
Okay.
Well, the women's team did really well this year.
That's because Clark graduated last year.
Baseball's always good. Nebraska did win the Big Ten championship.
2 years in a row now.
Yep.
Yep.
Volleyball girls.
Volleyball
Yeah.
girls, you can't. There's not enough good things to say about the volleyball girls. I'm really interested to see what the new coach does. I think it's going to be a good season for the girls. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Yes. Speaking of Nebraska, Jim, have you gotten Miss Mom here a Nebraska rubber duck yet?
Miss Mom.
Miss Nebraska Duck.
I have not.
She needs a Nebraska duck.
I don't.
Nebraska
I don't even know where to find a Nebraska duck. What's a Nebraska duck anyway? Does it just sweat all the time?
Duck with the Nebraska emblem on it that's down
It's
at the
called
Nebraska
Google.
store.
It's called Google.
Next question. How is the kitchen going?
Whose kitchen? It's not going anywhere. It's there. It's fine.
They've
It's
got a
fine.
lot.
We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
They've
gonna be
got
fine.
a lot going on
It's
in their
fine.
life. It's a lot of work. They've got things going. Things take them in different directions, but fortunately, donuts are always easy to fix.
I don't know what that meant. Interestingly enough, actually, all the cabinet boxes are in, and we're getting quotes for countertops right now. I still have to build all the drawers, but with everything going on, launching my business, getting that moving, it's been tabled to the back burner again. It kind of happens.
But I've told him that as soon as the shop is up and running and he is making product for his customers, my kitchen will be finished.
I thought you said profit from my customers.
No.
That's going to take a while. Okay.
Product
But they do
for the
have,
customers.
Jim and Jamie did make their own countertops for the interim period. They're just waiting for the stone, marble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Granite.
temporary.
Faux
Granite.
countertops.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no, I have drawer boxes and stuff to build, and with Jamie's baking center that she wants, there's some specific drawers that I have to build, and
Good thing you're into custom cabinets.
Right.
This is a totally custom. It's not. Some of these options are not available anyplace else, and they had to think about what they wanted and come up with the design for what they're doing. So.
Do you want to explain the baking center? Like why it's different?
I don't know.
So we have the savory kitchen.
It's a
Right,
specialized.
right. So Jamie, in our relationship, I'm the cook, Jamie's the baker. And when you really look at cooking and baking, it makes a whole lot of sense. I just throw things in. I don't measure things. I just put them in. I say, yeah, this is fine. I look in the cupboard and say, oh, what do I want to add a flavor here. And I just grab something and throw it in there. Jamie is very structured and by the book and down to it. So baking works
recipe?
perfect.
Theme with Jamie, isn't
Like a
there?
recipe.
Yes, very structured, very rigid. What's another word?
She
The
thinks like
anal.
her father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a pain and fun to work with. Yeah. So, but no. So we basically have two kitchens, just kind of combined. So we have a section where we have our ovens and our fridge and cooktop and all that, but then Jamie has a completely separate area where she has all of her mixing bowls, and it has pop-up outlets that are going to come out of the counter so she can plug in her mixer, and everything in there is a drawer so she can keep all of her different baking pans and molds and cookie sheets and whatever separate.
It's
So-
a
but-
Jim no touchy. This is mine.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
the
get
other
to
thing
go
is
there.
there's a lot of cabinet space, which means a lot of countertop space.
Yeah.
And that's the neat thing.
So
What about rest of the house projects?
the rest of the house is a project. The bathroom looks the same as it did before, which is it needs redone. The bedrooms need redone. The bedroom that's gonna become our upstairs laundry room needs redone. The powder bath is I've got some powder bath cabinets started, and we just won't even talk about the basement. It's out of sight, out of mind.
It's just really hard to live in a house, do a complete remodel while you're working full time and doing what they're doing. But they'll get it.
He's gonna justify things for me through this
Yeah.
whole video.
Why is he being so nice?
I don't. He's been out in the heat all day. He may have heat stroke. I don't know.
Dad, do you need some water?
He does look a little red.
I'm okay.
Okay, Dad,
Go Big Red.
Sure.
for you, what is on the walls
Go,
in
Big
your
Red.
house? Quilts, cross stitch, family pictures, artwork.
Quilts, cross stitch, quilting supplies, quilting materials, quilting tools, cross stitch. There's little pieces of floss stuck to every part of the sofa and the chairs, and you turn the TV on and these little things go and stick to it.
At our house, it's dog hair.
Dog hair.
Dog hair and dirt about dog back height where they rub along the wall. You can tell how tall our dogs are. Some people, they mark on a door jamb with their kids how tall they are. We have streaks down the hallway where each dog walks. It's fun to wash off.
That's pretty much true.
We have 75 little pairs of scissors laying around. Those ones that are about this long.
And how many reading glasses?
I found a pair down at my boss's shop the other day. And I don't know where those came from.
They're gourmet.
Can you reach those over there?
Nope.
There's literally 4 pair on the table.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Some of
We
our
don't
kids.
read as much as we have glasses.
Suffice it to say, Terry doesn't see very well, which is why they're still married.
No wonder she says I look okay.
Dad, you first. What do you have for hobbies?
I just like doing whatever the family's doing. If they're filming a Flosstube, let's join in. If they're
Short for he has no hobbies.
That's actually a really annoying answer, and the most annoying part about it is how true it is. That is what he would rather do. That is his hobby, is whatever everybody else wants to do and spending time with everybody else.
He flies.
yeah.
He's a pilot.
Let's see. There's a window here. We can see how well he flies.
I don't bounce.
Oh, I bet you do. Depends on how high you fly from.
Babe, what about you?
I'm in a relatively unique situation where I have now turned my hobby into a job, and I am in search of a new hobby. So
That sounds like Greg. Do you know how much like Greg you are?
So much like that.
I'm also I'm a person of way too many hobbies anyway. So I've taken one. I've taken my woodworking and turned that into a job. But I enjoy shooting. So I go out and do sport shooting. I enjoy working on cars. So I have two classic I have two classic cars. I have a classic fire truck and a classic grain truck. All 60s Chevys that I enjoy tinkering around with. And I've recently started acquiring go-karts that I'm wanting to fix up and get those running around at the house. Mostly, I want to get that going for the nieces and nephews when they come out.
Not only 60. Have you decided or figured out what years of vehicles you have?
Yes, I have a 63 two-door Nova, a 64 four-door Nova, a 65 GMC C60 fire truck, and a 66 Chevy C50 dump truck.
Yeah.
And a mid-50s Massey Ferguson tractor.
Heck yeah.
Yes, that's true. Although I'm looking at a 62 Nova wagon.
No.
He also has mid-60 in-laws.
It's true. It's really strange when they've been around when they were brand new, and I look at it and go, man, this car's ancient.
So if you could only choose one hobby, what would it be? Either one of you.
The same ones that I do.
Which is?
Whatever you guys are doing.
I mean, if it was only one hobby to do outside of work,
Well, that's another question. But we'll start with pick one hobby.
I probably get the most pleasure from doing woodworking.
So if you could not do that job, what would you do?
Like if I could not do it,
Yeah.
like physically,
Yeah.
cry.
Your new hobby would be
Yeah,
crying.
pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. No. I honestly, I would probably pay somebody to work on my classic cars, and I just go to car shows.
I like that.
That would. If I physically couldn't do woodworking, I would have to just physically not do anything.
It is kind of fun to ride
Although
around
I
in
could-
a fire truck, though.
I mean, I'd probably still shoot. I'd probably still go golf. I'd probably still do that stuff if I couldn't do woodworking.
So it's safe to say that you pretty much, both of you, do the same stuff while we're doing crafts. Like, this is just what you guys do all the time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yeah, work all the time. That's what we do. That's our hobby.
So, Dad, I don't know if you saw this comment or not, but someone had said in the comments of the last video, I keep looking at your dad and seeing Jamie's face. I wonder if Jim sees it too.
In my nightmares. Only in my nightmares. At least he's wearing a shirt this time. We were talking about nightmares. It's not something that actually happened. It was nightmares.
Night terrors.
You know what they say, live in the dream, one nightmare at a time.
And we don't even live on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Are there any cross stitches that Mom or I have done that you guys like that are your favorites?
Just about anything you guys do that's patriotic.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
I just like having that around the house.
Yep.
I couldn't pick one specifically because they all look the same to me, but they're patriotic and I do like seeing them.
Absolutely.
And Greg's
Yep.
agreeable with Jim because he doesn't know what I stitch.
We see all of them that are made, and some of them are like
And some of them that are
this
not.
big. Some of them are like this big. And there's a difference in time on how long they take to make.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them may have been started when different presidents were here or we were younger or something like that. Some of them go really quick. Some of them go together, come out, go back together, come out, go back together. But they're all neat.
Jamie's got some that, based off of the amount of stitches that she's put into them, if she continues at that pace, she'll be 173 by the time they're finished.
That is true.
So
What type of fabric does Mom stitch on?
Well, there's always Ada.
I would say
Do you
she
know what her preference is?
Specific. What do I stitch?
cross stitch fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good general term.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it.
Right? Not circular fabric, it's
No.
cross stitch.
Iguana. She likes iguana.
Yeah.
Do I have a different fabric or do I like iguana too?
You like iguana too. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Iguana,
sounds
that's your
good.
favorite. That's your favorite. Something about Stevens weave. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
We're gonna go with even.
And
Even.
What's the
Even
difference
weave.
between
Even
and odd?
Steven, you know, whatever. Odd weave? You're an odd weave.
I'm an odd weave?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're an odd weave. That actually sounds French, like an hors d'oeuvre. Odd weave.
Odd weave?
Odd weave. I'll have the odd weave.
There you go.
Can you guys name these common stitching terms? What is a whip?
Work in progress.
Nice.
That's not just a quilting
Right.
term.
Do you know the other one? Damn it!
That is a quilting term. That is a quilting cross stitch term.
What about a UFO?
Unfinished.
Object?
No.
I think it's object.
Object, yes.
Yeah, okay.
What about an FFO?
An FAFO?
Fast and Furious object?
No.
Fully finished object.
Yes.
Hey!
Woohoo! What about an FO?
Next thing he's going to do is pull a rabbit out of his hat. What?
An FO, a finished object.
I'm just going to let him do this. He's
What,
gonna,
what does it mean to frog?
Could you hold that cue card up a little higher?
to frog. Is that when you're removing stitches?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know why it's called frogging?
Because you're leaping over things.
Interesting. No.
No?
What does a
Okay.
frog say?
Rip it.
Yep.
Rip it.
Rip it.
Rip it. Rip it.
They catch on quick, Mom. If you were to hear the term 28 count, what does that mean? Or what does that refer to?
28 square stitches in an inch.
Very close.
Okay.
Very close.
Oh, wait. In a centimeter.
No,
No.
it is an inch.
Okay, it's in inches.
28 threads of fabric in an inch.
Right. I do know that the 40 count is not as desirable as the 16 to 18 count.
It depends on who you are.
That's true.
It depends on how young your eyes are, I think.
So
Once again, the
all of the.
reading glasses.
So since we're talking about linen, even weaves, and Adas, do you guys know what 2/2 stands for?
Yeah, 2 plus 2 is 4.
No, it's 2 over 2, so it'd be 1.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 divided by
It
2
is
is 1.
not a math term.
Oh.
Oh.
But 2 only goes into 2 one time.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
2 by 2, is that like
So we're
a
gonna go with
bicycle
no.
that's
2
like a
over
4x4
2
is a pickup
is
with
it
4
2
wheels to
stitches
drive.
over 2 stitches to make your cross, or two threads.
No.
Two.
Put 2 stitches in, take
What
2
are they?
out.
It's a skein, but what's the individual one? Just 2 threads.
Strands.
Yeah, 2 strands over 2 boxes.
So instead of having a
Pretty
single
darn close. Yeah.
instead of having a single thread of floss, you double it up.
Did you not answer the question and now you're trying to explain it to me?
I have visuals.
What does DUR stand for?
Duh.
No,
Nope.
dur.
Nope.
Nope, there was an R in there.
Oh.
There was an R.
Well.
Duh does come natural though.
DUR, huh? Mm-hmm. Do you remember?
Death upon revival.
Well, I can tell you that one is a trick question.
Okay.
Okay.
Mom typed in 3 letters, and that was what came out.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember?
Do you remember? There you go.
Are you guys ever tempted to pick up a needle, or have you ever tried stitching?
I pick up every one that I step on in the carpet. Yep.
I pick them up so my dog doesn't step on them. However, yes, when Jamie and I first started dating, she was stressing out about finishing a project by a certain time period, and she went to sleep. She kind of passed out, worked herself to the point of passing out. And so I tried to do what I could. And I don't know if she frogged everything that I put in or not. I'm going to say frogged because now I know what that means. I don't know if she did that or not, but it's her. I know she's had it on here before. Her, I think it's like Secret Garden or whatever, cross stitch. What is that called?
I can't remember. Garden Gate.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
that is low. I'm telling you.
I know.
Well, if you ever really look closely at that, it's not square, and that might be my fault. I don't know.
It's not your fault, I promise.
probably stretched it out or something.
Greg sews on his own buttons, but never cross stitch.
Yep.
I go across the, with the 4 holes in the button. I do.
You're supposed to loop around, take the bunny around the tree, down
That's
through the
tying
hole.
your shoe.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine are Velcro. So
I was going to say, you were
mine slip
Velcro.
on.
Okay, so you'll see that we have some items in front of you. You two take one of each. We've got a piece of thread, and we've got 2 needles.
Wait.
Done. Got it. I win. Oh! Now we've won.
Pick
What
up
now?
your needles, pick up your thread.
Where's a needle? I see the thread.
You're allowed to wear glasses.
You are allowed.
What are we doing?
When
Red
we say
Thread the
start,
needle.
we're going to see who can thread the needle faster.
Jim is a licker. We have determined. Oh, Dad's a licker.
Yikes, Terry. I was told to be on my best behavior.
Okay, thread the needle.
Gotta hold it up so people can see it. Look at that. Is it in, Greg?
That's what she said.
How come you gave us the smallest needles?
Because it's more fun.
There we go. Right there. You got yours too?
Yep.
Nice.
Both at the same time?
No, I
Sorry.
got mine first.
Lost a needle.
I pretended I got mine first.
Were you pretending to?
His fingers are so big you can't tell. Okay, we won't put you through the torture anymore.
So neither one of you got them?
No.
No. Okay, next question. If you had to eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Food.
Hold
Well, check that out. Oh, sorry.
He is determined.
Oh, boy.
I hope he's thinking while he's doing this.
Very good job.
Boom. Hey, hold on. Focus. Focus. There we go.
I doubt it will.
No, it's there. You can tell. You can tell.
Can't even see it.
Stop wiggling in front of the camera.
Oh,
That's
there
the
it
only way you can see it. You gotta wiggle in front of it. You gotta wiggle it.
Well,
That's
don't
what she
wiggle
said.
it behind.
Wiggle it in front of the camera. That's what she said.
What would you
I don't
eat?
know. Pizza, hamburger, bread,
One thing.
One thing.
breakfast.
Pizza burger.
Pizza burger.
Get
There
your
we
pizza,
go.
hamburger,
Yep.
and
I
bread.
would say
Or spaghetti.
casseroles for Dad.
Casseroles. Yep.
Is that one food?
Yeah.
Or is it one type
Lots of
food?
ingredients, one food.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about it.
Would yours be fried chicken or steak?
You can't plug answers at him.
Or Cheerios.
I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
Looks like you're not eating.
It wouldn't be Cheerios. Oh, I only get to eat one thing. That's right. I have to pick now. Chicken or beef?
Chicken or beef?
Chicken or beef. Is there a fish option?
No.
No, just chicken or beef.
Well, there could be. It's your answer.
It could be. Okay.
Are you
it
gonna
would
take?
be- it would-
Are you gonna take fish over steak?
I did last night. That catfish was
That's
really
not the
good.
rest of your life. Though.
No, that's true. That's true. I'd probably do
A ribeye or a walleye?
I didn't know that question was going to be that hard.
I mean, it's only like you got to choose one thing for the rest of your life.
I know.
already did that once, and it was miserable.
Hey, I know what
Now
we're gonna
I'm
have for supper
stuck.
next year.
Now I'm stuck with the consequences.
Okay, sounds like you're not eating.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried
Never
chicken.
again if he keeps slamming his wife like that.
I
Yeah.
cook. She bakes.
Would either of you skydive?
Yep.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
To use a perfectly good parachute. The statistics of parachuting safely are safer than golfing.
That's because they jump out of planes and they hit golfers on the golf course.
Actually, Terry and I were set up to go skydiving several years ago. We went through all the training, but then the weather turned bad. And in Nebraska, it got cold, and we just didn't go back.
Terry can't even sit in an airplane, let alone jump out of one.
This was a few years ago.
A few. Define few.
No comment.
In fact, I bought a parachute off of eBay the other day. It says, brand new, used once, never opened.
So, my biggest problem with parachuting is I don't trust myself to pack my parachute, and I don't trust anybody else to pack my parachute.
Have you ever traveled by train?
We all did. I mean, we went and rode a steam train in Des Moines one time.
Yep.
I don't think that's actually traveling by train.
I mean, we traveled down the track and then we traveled back.
Yep. Terry and I did that in Kansas also.
We traveled somewhere, never by Amtrak, and honestly, I don't recommend it. I'm not a fan. I mean, I guess Subway is also called taking the train. Does that count?
Eating the food?
You had Subway earlier, didn't you?
No.
Subway cars are built in Lincoln, Nebraska, by the way, at Kawasaki.
Mm-hmm.
For New York City, Baltimore, and Boston.
So if you have any problems, you know who to call.
What is your favorite amusement ride?
I don't think I can say that.
Riding in the car with Terry.
Amusement ride, not circus.
That's more of like a thrill ride.
Good point.
Riding in the car. It's like a Richard Petty driving experience.
Mom was giving me driving tips today.
I'm not.
She slid sideways into our driveway the other day and just missed the garage door.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
It was pretty cool.
I'm not a big ride person. So I don't know.
What about your favorite candy bar?
Oh, I like those protein bars. I think they're called Snickers.
Yes.
And Hershey's. And salted nut roll.
Once upon a time, Snickers made a protein bar.
A legit, not
Like an
legit,
actual
but they marketed
protein
it.
bar.
Yeah.
That's how they marketed it. Ever since, he has thought
That's not.
a
Every
Snickers.
Snickers is a
Every
protein bar.
Snickers.
That's not what I get when I go to the convenience store.
I'm pretty certain you eat it upside down so you can feel the texture.
Did you know that Snickers was named after the family horse? I'm serious.
Look at it.
Look it up. Google that.
GTS.
That's where it came from the family horse.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of horses,
Don't ask
What
about
was his
Hershey,
name? I didn't answer, but mine's a Mr. Goodbar. I'm simple.
Those
You
are
like
really
nuts.
good too.
I like nuts, and he eats Snickers for the texture. Whatever. Moving on.
If you had to,
Stop shaking the table.
if you had to choose between riding a horse or gardening, what would you pick?
Riding a horse.
I have a garden that needs done out here, guys.
Nah. No.
If you
I'll
live,
put a horse in the front yard. It can fertilize it for you.
I will make you a deal. You want a garden out in your yard? I will till it for you in March, and you pull the weeds in July.
No, I just want a flower garden.
Okay.
if you had to live in an RV, would you pick one spot or would you move around?
Well, there's
Move
more than
around.
one room, isn't there?
The whole point of a mobile home is to give you the illusion that your life is going somewhere.
Oh, never thought about it like that. Like over the cliff.
Yeah, something like that.
Not necessarily in an RV, but if you could visit anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I do want to take a second and say I'm not poking at anybody who lives in a mobile home. I grew up in one. So I don't want to get a bunch of hate mail.
We're talking RVs.
But he did call out mobile homes.
I did call out mobile homes.
That's a mobile home on wheels, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Isn't
I
that what
mean,
an RV is?
in
Yeah.
Nebraska, they're tornado snacks.
Oh,
So,
right.
what was your question?
If you could visit anywhere in the world, not necessarily in an RV, where would it be?
Alaska sounds fun.
You really like Alaska.
Sounds cold.
Mine would be a beach somewhere.
That
Some
answers-
beach.
Yeah.
Some beach.
Some
Somewhere.
beach somewhere.
Jim, would Jamie pick you or the dogs?
The dogs. If she had to save one, either the dogs or me from a fire, it would be the dogs.
Yeah,
And
I'd
it would
be taking both dogs at the same time.
and it would be my fault for not getting out of the fire. And I would be in trouble for it.
Hey, grab the dog food on your way out, Jim.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
If
It,
you
it would be the dogs.
if you went to the zoo, what would be the first animal you visited?
I'd probably go to the gorilla enclosure. It's always
Wanna
nice to
see
visit
your-
family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go to the ducks.
Well, I mean,
They're feeling left out now.
they are. I should have said ducks. I missed an opportunity there.
How
Dad?
about you?
I think the lions are pretty neat. And the elephants.
What about the tigers?
And the bears.
Tigers, yeah.
Bears?
The bears.
Yeah, the bears.
Yep.
Don't talk about the bears.
Oh.
What is your guys' Dad, we'll start with you. What is your favorite type of music? And do you have a favorite band or singer?
I've always liked the Eagles and Billy Joel, Beach Boys.
He wishes they could all be California girls.
You?
Oh, me. You said you just asked him, so I didn't know it was coming to me too.
He said,
Well, you're
me
still
first.
talking on his turn, so.
He said me first?
She said, me
Okay.
first.
All right. I like heavy metal, but I'm also a kid of the 90s, so I mean,
Get
just
some
about.
good Britney Spears.
Hey, you know what? I will listen to Play God by Spineshank and immediately follow it up with Hit Me Baby one more time, and I will sing at the top of my lungs with the mirror or with the windows down. Yep, kick on a little Rob Van Winkle, a little Ice Baby. Mm-hmm. I'll do it. You know,
As
Yo
you,
Vanilla, kick it one time, boy.
as you can tell by his shirt.
Yeah, I'm heavy metal guy. You can tell.
Dad, what is your favorite TV show?
Oh, boy.
Oh, come on.
On Patrol Live. MASH.
Ice Road Truckers.
We always liked,
Deadliest Catch.
we always liked,
The History Channel. That's his favorite
There we
TV
go.
show. The History Channel. Anything on the History Channel or Discover.
there we go. That's my answer.
What about you, babe?
Nick at Night.
Change that around.
I'm a big fan of The Office. I also like Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. More sitcoms than anything. So,
Dad, what's Mom's favorite TV show?
Mom doesn't watch TV much.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
We watch part of the news, but filter out some of the stuff that's not fun or so.
And the weather. She watches the weather
Yep.
religiously.
Watches the weather.
Sleep through it.
What's neat is we can watch the weather and it changes the next day anyway. So
Right.
it's like a new plot every day.
Jim, what is Jamie's favorite TV show?
Whatever Flosstube she's currently watching.
Let's see where we changed it.
I don't know. Right now we're watching SEAL Team again. She doesn't really have a... If she is left to her own devices to pick what she's watching, she's either going to doom scroll Instagram or she's going to watch a Flosstube. She's not going to even take the time to turn on the TV.
What is your guys' number one irrational fear?
I'm terrified of ducks. Not real ducks, rubber ducks. It absolutely terrify me.
You had to see him come duck season.
No, wabbits. Wabbits! It's wabbit season.
Irrational fear, huh?
Mine is actually quite simple, which was actually very difficult to deal with when I drove over the road truck. I hate bridges and tunnels. Absolutely hate bridges and tunnels. I am, for whatever reason, I'm incredibly superstitious. If I'm on a long bridge, it's probably not a good thing, but superstition says you hold your breath going over it. And there's been some long tunnels that's been an
You're
issue.
still with us.
I mean, there's been a few, like, you wonder why that's the superstition as you start to fade out of consciousness as you're driving through a tunnel, but it's all worked out fine. Only tore up the side of one semi, so. But yes, bridges and tunnels, I can't deal with them. And it's not a heights thing either. I don't mind heights, but I hate bridges and tunnels. The fear of being trapped in a tunnel that collapses or falling from a bridge that collapsed. I can't do it.
Yep, I get that.
Does that classify as an irrational fear?
Yep.
Okay.
What about Dad?
I don't know. Falling off a ladder, I guess. That's why I like to fly, because you can't fall out of an airplane.
So you're not scared of falling, you're scared of hitting the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's scared of me tackling him when I see a mouse.
He says he doesn't bounce. I just feel like he hasn't fallen from high enough yet.
Mine's grasshoppers. Just for the record.
Yeah, it is. And
Only when there's a million of them.
when she mows on an acreage, that's fun. That's fun.
What is one quote from your favorite movie?
To be or not to be? Oh, wait. That's not a movie. That's a play.
Make it appropriate for Flosstube.
Okay.
I saw the look in your eye.
Do you feel lucky?
Let's see. Mine would probably be fat guy in a little coat. I'm a big fan of Tommy Boy.
And Dad, can you explain what yours is from?
Housekeeping.
Oh,
Housekeeping.
From-
You want me fluff pillow?
from the 70s with Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry.
Nice. I know some people are going to get that, though. Okay, so we have one more question, and then we're going to end with rapid fire.
Okay.
So, well, this is a part question. What is your wife's, we'll start with Dad. What is your wife's favorite thing about you?
When I leave.
Least favorite?
When I come home.
What annoys her the most?
When he
Breathing.
talks. I wasn't supposed to answer. Sorry. Giving the answers away.
Babe, what's my favorite thing about you? Dad had some pretty good answers, I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's tough to beat. It's tough to beat. Favorite thing about me? I guess I'm gonna have to go serious now since he went. So when I leave.
Least favorite.
So I would say her favorite thing about me is my ability to do things around the house. The thing she probably hates the most is my lack of doing them
What annoys me the most?
when I leave projects unfinished.
I was going to say, you get started on a lot of things. You do a lot of
Hey, I
starts.
have multiple hobbies. That's the
Hey.
thing. I should. That's
You
a
should
good
have a
point.
whip. You should have a whip.
That's
a
what
woodwork in progress.
my whole house is a whip. That's the whole thing. And I have fewer whips in the house than Jamie has in her cross-stitch arsenal. So I think I'm fine. I'm fine.
What's a UFK?
You don't have unfinished kitchen.
Right.
Yeah, I've got 2 of those.
Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna end with some rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
It's gonna be
That doesn't sound safe.
one or the other, and you're just gonna say it. Don't think about it. Just the first thing that comes to your mind, and don't worry about talking over each other.
Okay, so there are 2 doors located at the front and the rear, and 2 located over both wing for all this fire.
Milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
Milk.
Nuts, no nuts.
Nuts.
Nougat or caramel?
Caramel.
Both.
Cookies, cake, or ice cream?
Cookies.
Cookies and cake.
Shoot 'em up or comedy?
Comedy.
Both.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Both.
You can't choose both. You have to choose one or the
Oh.
other.
Dad's showing his indecision.
The one we're at today.
Landlocked.
So flat.
That is the one thing I dislike most about him.
Those are all the questions we have.
That's all the rapid fire? That wasn't very many.
I couldn't think of anything else on the spot.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate. Twist. Twist. Both. Both.
Vanilla.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon. 100%. Straight lemon, not twist. Lemon.
So the University of Nebraska has a dairy store where they make dairy products, and you can go buy ice cream that they make every day there.
Yes.
Thanks
That
for joining us. Sign off.
is an accurate thing. She doesn't want us to talk anymore.
Thank you for inviting us into your kitchen or Flosstube.
Hopefully it's finished.
Yeah. The Flosstube?
That too.
Your kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen or bedroom. Or
Yep.
So, I mean, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Is that how we do that?
Now, who is that? I can't think of his name right now.
I know who I'm going to say it was, and I know it's not
Murrow?
accurate.
Murrow?
Oh, that wasn't what I was going to say.
Okay.
I'm going to say, "Boop, boop, boop, boop." And that's the way it was. And that's the way it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.